Well, what's up, kiddos? You guys ready to look at some stuff? Alright. Well, hey, this is, I don't know, what are we up to? Episode 10 now, maybe? Of looking at stuff, and on this show, we look at stuff. I have a lot of stuff. I need help to look at it all, because what else is it good for? So, with no further ado, let's get to looking. Like when I was a kid, we used to have remote control cars that were pretty basic at the time. And we also used to make models, and also we're into things like Stomper 4x4s. So this company called Tamiya, I know who you are, made this line of these models that came with a little motor. So you build the model sort of like a regular model, although I think it was a little bit more basic than some of the more elaborate, higher skill plastic glue together model kits. This one was made to put together quick if you wanted it to, but you could also paint the body whatever color you like. Tamiya has all kinds of paints, which could ultimately make your dream Jeep come true. Anyway, as you can see, shows you about the incline that this sucker can take before it starts to flip over. Gives you a little sort of diagram. Shows you it takes a couple AA batteries, very similar to like a Stomper 4x4 during the time. And this one's called Wild Willie Jr. And boy, it was wild. I found this other one probably at the same time. This one's the Mercedes-Benz Unimog or Unimog. I bet this thing's a cool model too. It also has a little engine, so you could build this, paint it up with your favorite. Maybe it comes with some decals there, but you could put whatever on it. You could put goats or divine evil, or you could look it over here and say I love dogs, or whiskey diddlers. It doesn't really matter. Tamiya, as I had mentioned before, makes all kinds of paints and airbrush stuff, and blah blah blah. Anyway, there it is. Yeah. This is another little model kit by them. Military Miniatures, also by the same company. This is not a motorized anything. This is just a plastic model kit that you would build if you were doing a scene. But anyway, you'd assemble them and use your little enamel paints and various colors and finishes, and airbrush perhaps, or maybe you just dry brush with a regular paintbrush to get these sort of weathered and silvered effects on your little authentic looking plastic army men. Anyway, there you go. That's the U.S. gun and mortar team set. It's kind of funny because this is a Japanese company, and yet they're making models of, I don't know, whatever. Obviously this is post war, blah blah blah, considerably. Oh boy, here's something that I know y'all have some experience with, and it's the Science Fair 60-in-1 electronics kit. I mean, I don't know about you, but 60 experiments seems like maybe, I don't know, more than I'd be down for on a given lifetime with one of these rickety-dickety little buzzers. I I don't know, but I remember these in the day, and they were pretty cool, and every kid wanted one. You could hook up various wires to it, and as you can see, there's like a little volume knob, and presumably some type of, I don't know, radio that you could make out of it, based on what some of this looks like. Let's take a look. That's a lot of projects. Who the hell needs that? I got projects. Oh, look at this. Boy, this thing hasn't even been slobbered on. I mean, look at that. I just put, oh, maybe it has been slobbered on. Well, I don't know what that is, but it could just be, maybe it could be some wax that seeps through this plastic from this earpiece that you put up to your ear. For all we know, that thing just could be clogged with some 30 or 40-year-old bugs. I don't think so, though. That looks like it was original staple, and I think this is a nothing. So this is apparently the instruction book. Have at it. Have some experiments. It doesn't look like anybody's opened this up before, so why don't we take a peek? Oh, man. Look at this thing. Wow. Well, look at this. Just kind of a basic board with some, you know, a few components, but really just a lot of terminals. So it looks like there's a type of transformer right here. It kind of tells you right there too. So I mean, visual, and you know, it shows you the sign for the transformer. We'll come back to that. I'll tell you what that does later. Let me explain that to you. Over here there's a relay. A relay is pretty much like something that sort of triggers on or off. You know, in a house you have a relay like a light switch, and you just flick it on, flick it off, and you're sort of the power to that. Well, think of a battery being you and the relay being your finger. Forget it, it's a relay. Here's a piezo buzzer. I bet that's a pleasant sound. I can't wait. Put a piece of tape over that right away, because who the hell needs it? Or, I mean, I could put that in one of my ears and put the little gooey earwax headset on the other. Here's some type of either a volume knob, or my guess is this could be some type of tuning device, because this is radio circuit. So I don't really know. I think this is the tuning. We'll see. Here's some various resistors. You want to run power to something, but you want to show the power some type of resistance. I don't know, we get back to that later. Caps, capacitors. That's when you want to store a little energy, and like kaboom. But look at this, we got some transistors. Here's where we can make our little guitar pedal. We can rock out, run some stuff, get some transistors, give some overdrive, give some hot rod linkings. Well, it's just not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. So let's put this away. We'll make it look like, again, nobody's ever touched it. Good collectible item if you want to just sort of look at it. But who the hell at our age even cares about any of this business? It's a science fair that I'm not invited to, you know what I mean? These are funny. A couple mugs. Those tough mugs. They're made in England. I don't know who made them, but they're kind of cool. Cheers. Doing the speed round here. Look at this. Here's a letter H. Hell no. Moving on to. Oh yeah, here we go. This is an old copper stamp. I'm not sure how many times one would have to use a stamp to warrant making a copy, or maybe this is just the only way. As you can see, it's like copper, wood on back. It doesn't really matter what type of wood, but it does need to be kind of stable. You don't want this wood to really warp. And even though the copper hunk on there is it's a nice piece. Anyway, point is this is of a bunch of fishes. Fish. You know? Fishes. These are vicious fishes. Look at those vicious fishes. People don't think of fishes as vicious, but vicious fishes will eat your sister. Vicious fishes. As you can see, they're highly detailed. I don't think anybody kind of went in there with like a microscopic engraver or chisel. This is some type of transfer, so maybe somebody drew this at one point, which in itself would be quite impressive. You take that and you somehow etch that drawing onto a piece of copper. Once it's etched on there, you affix it to a piece of wood. You apply some ink and you stamp it. You stamp on those sticky little fishes. Fishes are vicious, so they need to be sticked. Anyway, it makes a print. But that's a lot going on if you're just gonna make I'm gonna make a book. Each of the 10,000 pages, sorry, maybe it's 200 or 300. Each of the 300 pages has to have one of these plates. That's why they call them plates. You know, you see these old books of birds and birds of America and, well, fish, perhaps. Maybe I've got this book. I don't know. You know, you're gonna make enough of them. You're gonna make these plates. You're gonna sell these books, and you're gonna make these plates. Okay. Well, I guess if you gotta have a colored pencil, you might as well make it poop brown. Speed round. What is that? Candlestick holders. There's nothing too exciting, but they are rosewood, and they're made by artisans at this Salisbury, Connecticut Salisbury Artisans. I think they make steak. Maybe the rosewood is sort of indicative of medium rare. I'm going to put those inside the mugs. I know you want to see what's in here. More BBQ Tools. Look at that. Those are rosewood as well. These are made in Japan though. Anyway, they're not big. They're elegant. They're bigger than that set that they give those General Motors mechanics back in the day. Here's something to look at. It's a Captain Kidd pirate ship. I don't know, man. I think maybe for about an hour I could fish around on one of these model kits with the boat. You know, I'd probably get to if we start building it, I'd put it together like this. You know, I put a little glue on that thing. Think, alright, that's pretty cool. A little boat. Now I think I'd just drop a turd in it, float it away, and say, I'm too bored to make this thing. I'm gonna cut out these plastic sails. These are dumb looking. I mean, I guess they kind of look okay. Look at this one's kind of warped though. It's made sad on this box. Yeah, look. I guess. I think I would want to do some real sails. I'd be more interested in building something like this, like a wood airplane model. You know, with or without a motor. I mean, this one has a motor, I guess, but it looks like it's just one of those rubber bands. Oh, it's got some reduction or something here. It's 3 to 4, 5 to 1. I don't know what it is. Wind the sucker up though. Tell you what, those are some work to be put into that. Look at all those little sticks and twigs. Cut all that out of maybe a template. Let's take a look. Oh, hell's bells. Look at all this stuff. Oh, look at all the parts are labeled. Fantastic. These little strips of wood. I guess you're supposed to. These little tires. Well, you get 2 propellers. Here's my thought on stuff like this. Frickin' you put it together and give it to me when you're done so I can fly the damn thing. I don't really want to deal with this. This is dumb. Alright, kiddos. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed looking at stuff with me, but if not, that's alright. Go look at your own stuff, but if you can't look at it, you might as well get rid of it. See you.